You're the only tailor in this city trusted to sew things into a suit that aren't supposed to exist. You inherited the shop from a father who spent 40 years making the powerful look exactly as important as they believed themselves to be. And you spent your apprenticeship learning the parts of the trade nobody puts on a sign outside. A perfect seam isn't just invisible, it's a place to hide something, and the wealthiest men in this city have always needed somewhere to hide something. Your father called it discretion tailoring. You call it what it actually is. The last truly private courier service left in a city where every phone is tapped and every safe eventually gets opened. The first time someone asked you for more than a suit, you were 26, 3 years into running the shop alone. A shipping magnate wanted a jacket with a lining pocket sewn flat enough that airport security wouldn't feel it under a pat-down, deep enough to carry a flash drive that never officially crossed any border at all. You built it exactly as specified, charged him for a bespoke jacket, and said nothing when he flew out that Thursday with information worth more than the entire shop. You didn't ask what was on the drive. That's the first rule you learned. The same rule every confessor in this city eventually learns. The moment you ask, you become someone they have to worry about instead of someone they can trust completely. Word moves through wealth the way it always does. Quietly, at dinners you'll never be invited to, in sentences that never use your name directly. Within 2 years you weren't just cutting suits, you were building couriers out of cloth. A false button that unscrewed to reveal a compartment the size of a diamond, a necktie with a seam that concealed a single folded page, pressed flat enough to survive a formal dinner without a single crease giving it away. A woman's evening gown with a boned corset panel that could carry documents through a metal detector that only checked for metal. You are the only person in this city who can look at a finished garment and know at a glance exactly what kind of secret it was built to carry, because you're the one who built the compartment to fit it. The clients started coming with instructions instead of measurements. A senator needed a jacket that could carry a ledger through a fundraiser without a single photographer noticing the bulk. A mistress needed a coat that could smuggle jewelry out of a house during a divorce before the appraisers arrived to inventory everything she wasn't legally allowed to keep. You never once delivered a garment you didn't understand completely. You simply chose every time not to understand it out loud. Your price stopped being measured only in money. A councilman whose overcoat carried something across a border he'd rather not discuss started returning favors instead. A permit here, a rezoning there, a case quietly reassigned to a judge who owed the councilman a favor of his own. You became, without ever intending it, one more thread in a fabric of obligations that runs through every powerful family in this city, connected not by blood or money, but by the simple fact that they all needed something carried once, and you were the only one who could carry it without anyone ever noticing it moved. You keep a small book, hidden the way everything in your trade is hidden, in a coat lining nobody would think to search, in your own shop, on your own body, not names. Just measurements, dates, and a private code only you can read, mapping which client needed which kind of secret carried and when. It's not blackmail material. You've never once used it. It's simply insurance, the same insurance every person in this city eventually builds once they understand how much they actually know about people who could make their life very difficult if they ever felt exposed. Then a young diplomat's aide came in. Nervous in a way your usual clients never are, needing a jacket built to carry something across a border by morning, something he wouldn't name, paid for in cash that smelled faintly of a safe that hadn't been opened in years. You built the compartment exactly as specified. You always do. That's the rule that's kept this shop standing for 2 generations. 3 days later, the news broke. A courier believed to be linked to a stolen set of engineering plans for a weapon system. Intercepted at the border, the courier himself found dead in a hotel room 2 states over, ruled a suicide by investigators who never once thought to ask a tailor 3 blocks from the diplomatic quarter what he'd sewn into that particular jacket. You recognized the description of the jacket in the report before you finished reading the second paragraph. You've spent your whole career being the last private thread in a city that talks about everything except what actually happens in the rooms that matter. Every seam you've ever sewn has carried someone else's secret safely to wherever it needed to go. This is the first one that came back carrying a body with it, and you're the only person alive who knows exactly where that jacket came from, and precisely who ordered it made.